Warning! The following contains content that discusses substance abuse and other straight-up nasty shit. By choosing to watch this video, you agree that Tim is not legally responsible for any adverse reactions you may experience as a result. Viewer discretion advised.
Hello, my friends. Welcome. I hope you had a great start to the year because that's done right now. By now, you should know how this channel works. If I find something horrible, you also find something horrible. Death by association. Your fault, really. See, we're living in a time where people will do anything for clout. I mean, look at that. What? But what if I told you we've seen nothing quite like what we're gonna see today? Because it's literally an in real life Black Mirror episode. And it's not just me. Plenty of other people have said so themselves. Before we get into the nitty gritty, I have something to show you. You know what's even funnier than sit down comedy? Stand up comedy. Hello. Where do you think you're going? We stand up here because we're above everyone else. It takes a while to get this desk all the way up here. I have to put it to 6'7", still a little bit low. So this character that we're going to be talking about, Turan Spidey, or Spidey Turan, or Shearing Shed Vlogs are his other names, is an Aussie YouTuber slash TikToker, streamer, kick, you get the deal. He first began making videos in mid-2021 where he made vlogs documenting his life as a sheep shearer in Perth, Western Australia, hence the name. It wasn't until later that year in November of 2021 that he actually merged over to TikTok to do his sheep shearing content. It all sounds like humble beginnings, but what if I was to tell you that his future would take a very, very dark turn? While he was doing his sheep shearing in Perth, a lot of his co-workers got pissed off at him, which you can see right here.
I got to do my job, but he doesn't.
They were getting pissed off at him because he would spend his whole shift recording and not doing his job. This continued for nearly a full year until August 2022, where he quit his job being a sheep shearer and decided he was going to move to Turkey to do his military because he's half Turkish. And that's where the trouble started. It was here in Turkey when the first bump in the road occurred and the wheels started to fall off. Not that he had many to begin with. See, he was denied enrolling in the military in Turkey because he has autism and ADHD. Turan Spidey will use his autism, his disability, as a scapegoat for some of his terrible behavior and scenarios that he gets himself into later on, as you will see, because he'll remind you,
I have autism and I'm from Australia!
It was at this point that he visited the UK because he was bored of Turkey. Not much happened in the UK before he left to go to the US. Oh God. In the US, he visited LA, which is where his first video went viral. One of those videos was him yelling at a man on a bus who allegedly stole his phone that he has autism and that he's Australian.
Autism! I've got autism! Please give me my phone! I have autism and I'm from Australia! Please give me my phone! I won't have a way to get back!
He also uploaded another video in LA where he was talking about how to survive sketchy areas.
This is how I stay safe at night.
Hey, where you from?
Hey!
Hey, where you from?
Hey!
Hey, where you from?
What are you talking to me for?
Where you from, man?
Hey!
Hey, come back.
And then you gotta hit them with a grunt. Well, you're trying to start something, bar. And then you gotta run. Run.
He was causing a ruckus in America, which, as an American citizen, if you know, you know, I don't approve of. I find it very offensive. During this time, Turan started amassing almost like a cult following in his IRL streams. There's a lot of lore in his community. One thing is his snot rockets, which... Hold up, pause. I'm editing this right now, and I'm not joking. This might be one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. So if you can't handle snot, skip to the time code on screen, because I am not joking. It is that bad. Otherwise, enjoy, you sick individual.
What the fuck, dude?
The fact that that's not the grossest shit he does on stream really says something. After spending some time in America, he finally decided to return home back to Australia, citing that he relapsed into drug abuse and that America just wasn't good for him.
I'm going back to Australia in a few more days because I decided LA is not for me. I relapsed and staying sober is going to be hard for me.
See, to fill you in, Turan was kicked out of his home at the age of 15 due to complicated behavior and drug abuse and ended up being homeless at 15. Yes, he does do terrible things, which you're about to see more of. We haven't even reached the tip of the iceberg. But at the same time, someone so young, suffering from an addiction, kicked out of home with, I'm assuming, no support, you can kind of start putting the pieces together of why he acts the way he does. Not to excuse it, but to extend an olive branch of understanding. Upon arriving home, he even got picked up by his mum, which a lot of people were so happy to see.
Guys, my mum came and picked me up from the airport, and she also brought me an antioxidant pack as well. Because I have been deprived of nutrients.
I don't know if he has been deprived of nutrients with all the boogers he's been. I can't do it. His mum was helping him out. He was eating a few bananas, and then for the second time, shit hits the fan. Within hours of being home, Turan Spidey was kicked out once again. It seems he couldn't let down the stream for more than a couple of hours because it was the TTS that drove his sister and his mum mad.
Anonymous sent $3. Why can't us registered sex offenders just live together in peace and harmony?
No shit! Turn it the fuck off! Turn it off!
What the fuck?
Get the fuck out of
Anonymous
this
sent
house!
$5. Come back to England, Spidey. You know Australia is no longer your home. Here nobody knows about your register status. It's really hot out in this bitch right now, so you can sleep outside or at my house if you don't do any pepper.
And for those of you that don't know what TTS is, basically on stream, people can donate to have what they type read out aloud. And like every other streamer, it becomes a recurring issue for Turan. It often spouts racist comments.
Anonymous sent $3. I hate black. What the fuck? I hate black.
Threats of terrorism, announcing that Turan himself is a sexual predator.
If you are hearing this, run. This man is on bail for sexual assault and rape. Hide your kids and hide your wife.
He always has this expression like he cares, as if that isn't exactly what he wants the people watching to do.
Tim, have you seen the doctor yet for your
stop.
hemorrhoids and smelly ass? Smelly ass Wonker. Everyone get away from this man. He just soiled his clack. Oh my god, look. It's running down his leg. Can you smell that? Also, he loves children. Did I mention his smelly shit asshole?
This TTS system is not good for anyone, including Turan. I mean, look at this.
$5.
Guys, I'm getting kicked out of my house right now. My mum and my sister, look, what is she doing? Wow, they're so pissed off. Look, they got like my stuff there. Look, they just like left all my stuff here. Look at this, it's like raining right now and they just like kicked me out in the rain. Gosh.
And all of this is happening in real time for people to interact with. It's just so odd. And that's why it feels like a Black Mirror episode. And other people say so.
I get the weirdest feeling from him, like I'm watching Black Mirror. Like he's an example of what happens to someone literally ruining themselves for stream content.
After being kicked out of the house, Turan Spidey thought it would be a great idea to just head back to the UK. I think it was the bananas, yeah? Because if I was hungry and my mum said just have a banana, I would go as far away as possible too. This following video happened straight after being kicked out and when he decided to leave and go to the UK. Word of warning, it's not good.
Guys, I'm here in England. It's 5:30 a.m. Bosh. What the fuck, dude? Australia, you can have your like rainy weather, dude. Australia, I was just in Perth, man. It was rainy. You can have your Perth, dude. I'm here to frolic in the nice English sunshine.
I've never seen something more confronting, more sad, more delusional, and more outright wrong than saying there's sunshine in England. I'm not going to stand here and take that. In all seriousness, this is where the sadness kicks in. Wellness check in on you. You're not the only one getting a wellness check because Turan has had his wellness checks too by people that actually care about him. Makes the situation even more sad because when he was in the UK, he was on drugs in his hotel when one of his friends on stream rang the UK paramedics to come do a wellness check on him because he had taken drugs and he wasn't sure how he was going to go.
Yeah, he just needs someone to check up on him. He's a bit dissociated. He's taken something, so he's not too well.
Okay, do we know what he's taken?
I believe, I'm not sure. He hasn't told me, but he can probably tell you. Spidey, make sure you're honest with them and let them know everything you've... This is how you get help, bro. This is how you sober up. I know you want to sober up, and this is what I'm doing to help.
But in pure Turan fashion, he denied the help and pretty much said piss off. You can take a horse to water, but you can't stop it from doing ket. he's been all around the world spreading his insanity. The usual spiel is he'll go to a country, claim sobriety, people support him, then he relapses, goes on a 3-day bender, and becomes an absolute nuisance for the locals. Sometimes even having shit thrown at him.
Walking into a restaurant with his shirt off. Ah, what the fuck, dude? Huh?
Turan Spidey has a knack for just getting into a lot of confrontation. This is the video that I first found of him beefing with some dude at a pool.
This is your job. Right here. Don't touch me. All my property.
What's that?
Don't touch me or my property.
You're on private property, so why don't you leave? They're gonna throw your ass out. Do you realize that?
Apparently, this started because of, again, his offensive TTS and just being a nuisance in a public setting for the sake of the stream. Bit of context.
All these people that paid to be here.
I'm trying to leave. Leave me alone.
Okay, leave.
I have autism. Leave me alone.
Leave. I'll take your shit.
It's a second example of him just yelling, "I have autism," as again a scapegoat for just terrible behavior.
I'm trying to leave.
Go. We don't want you here. Nobody here wants you here. Go. Leave. Have a nice day.
Stop obstructing my path.
Go fuck yourself.
Now he says go fuck yourself. He actually does, because he thought it would be a great idea to do an unboxing of a toy that adult men would use. And I'm not talking about a barbecue, although he was cooking his meat. Turan Spidey had these videos go viral. An overnight sensation. But the one that actually got him on the news headlines was when he went to Japan. In Japan, he decided it would be a great idea to enter an all-female carriage on a train.
Guys, did you know in Japan they have women-only carriages? It's like Saudi Arabia in here. I am the women inspector, checking there's only women on this carriage. Yep. There's only women here. Cool, no men.
And it's clear to see exactly how uncomfortable the passengers on this train are. It's a recurring theme for these real-life streamers to go to another culture, another society, and blatantly disrespect their way of life. He continues this behavior even when he goes to a dog cafe and is repeatedly asked not to touch the dogs, but does it anyway. For content, you can bring up the argument that because of his autism, he has issues navigating social situations. Unless he's deaf and blind, he's blatantly disregarding what people are asking him to do, which I think goes beyond using his disability as an excuse for his actions.
So cute!
No hugging? Come on to my lap.
No holding.
Oh, I want to hold it. So cute. I want you. It's so cute. Oi! What the hell?
One, what's the accent? The accent's a bit touch and go on that one. Turan, don't be doing that accent. From his previous work experience, I don't think he's very good with animals or cutting any sort of hair, because some of the haircuts he's had are more offensive than his text-to-speech. I mean, look at that. Jesus. This was also around the time when he thought it would be a good idea to hang out with the notorious streamer Johnny Somali, who has been absolutely terrorizing the Japanese people for well over a year now, who has an extremely bad public opinion, pretty much hated and is assaulted by people walking on the street because of just how insufferable this guy is. Speaking of hanging out with pieces of shit, Turan Spidey also got into a bit of strife, aka trouble, for streaming himself picking up his own shit and putting it in a toilet. Cut out the middleman, Turan, aka your hand. Ooh, bit of a rhyme. Shit in the can, not in your hand. More rhyme. I'm on fire. Not literally, but if I was on fire, thank God I've got Turan around me, because he would piss me out. Because there's other videos of him pissing his pants in public at the front of a restaurant. And this is making me angry more than it is sad now. If you thought he couldn't possibly come under any more scrutiny, then you would be wrong. What a silly observation from you. It hit an all-time low when people started accusing him of actually being a sexual predator. And this is because a lot of people think that he purposely flashed his package of balls and ass and knob and bollocks on stream. I'm not going to show the screenshots of the stream here, obviously, on YouTube. All I'm going to say is he should use his past work experience on himself. We've finally hit this point as a species where watching someone's life derail in real time is considered entertainment to a lot of people. Just be a better person. Stop bothering other people. And that goes for everyone out there, myself included. I love you all.